merci and thank you very much, guys. We got one more for you. And like I said, we got CDs and t-shirts and stuff up there. And so we're gonna stick around. On va prendre une autre bière comme ça, puis on peut discuter, quoi. I saw Golden Age rock stars sweeping the Paris stage. It was another reunion tour. They were trying to shake off the dust with a broken broom in a nostalgic room. But just as the strings on a guitar slowly come undone, every rock star becomes a bedtime sun, fading in a room that Grace got kicked out of by a bouncer with a small head. But I buy the records in discount bins and listen to them with the lights turned low. And when they come to town like exhibitions of the Roman Empire, I buy a ticket and stand in line. And like the rest of us, I wonder what's been lost and what's been left behind. But there's one. She looks down at him with a smile. She bends her knees. She brings her face to his ear. Puis elle a chuchoté dans son oreille. Merci beaucoup. Patrick, Amalie, Christina, Mark, Manu. Merci à vous.